Hi, I'm Teresa Ayers and welcome to the Path of Being. Today I thought it would be fun to talk about psychic abilities. We actually started our first psychic abilities class for beginners yesterday. We're going to be doing a series of them over the next month and a half. When I talk about we, I'm talking about myself and my friend Tina. So, one of the things that we talk about in our psychic ability classes is that everyone actually is psychic. That means you too. You're psychic. See, the thing about it is that like any good muscle, if you don't use it, it weakens over time. And a lot of times when we have a knowing about something, we have a tendency of just disregarding it because it's not concrete or it isn't something that somebody told us or that we actually seen. It's just something that we knew or we know. In our psychic development for beginners class, we start by using small little games, or they appear to be games, to help you strengthen that muscle. Now, one of the things that we do is we work with color. And predominantly we want to work with primary colors. And this is a thing. What I'm showing you, you can do at home. And you can practice on your own if you feel like it. Or, of course, you can come here and join us. We're fun to hang out with, so you might consider that. Anyhow, when we talk about colors, we want to use primaries. And what I did was I took just a square piece of color. I placed it in an envelope like so. You kind of close the envelope. And then what I had everyone do is I had them hold it over their third eye, their ajanu. Kind of hold it there and take a moment and just see if they could see the color. Can you see the color? If you close your eyes, you might be able to pick it up. So you just sit for a moment, see if you can see it. You know, people did pretty good at that. For their first time, I mean, we missed some and we got some, but really for the group, for their first time doing it, they did good. One of the other things that we did was send and receive. Some people are really good about receiving information. Some people are empathic and they can feel things around them and they can feel the feelings of other people. Knowing if you're a receiver is really important, especially if you're empathic, because you can learn techniques and ways that you can recognize when it's you feeling this or maybe somebody else, and you've just overfelt it. Kind of instead of overhearing a conversation, you're overfeeling a conversation. I'm serious, it really does happen. So what we did was we played with sending and receiving. So we would have a person sit, and then the rest of us would sit on the other side of them. We would know the color, and then together we would send that information to that person. Now, it wasn't just that we would think orange, orange, orange. We would visualize an orange. We would visualize how juicy that orange was, right? Or we would visualize an orange flower blooming wildly, or an orange field of flowers. But just keep sending that image of orange so that the person who was on the receiving end could receive that color. We did good. We got an average of, I think we were right around 35%. And for the first time, for somebody to actually start working that muscle again, that was really pretty good. One of the other things I did was shapes. So we have squares, triangles, circles, and rectangles. And so I took a piece of paper and then I just made the square, and I made it really black and bold to be helpful to see that. And then, of course, I put it in an envelope, like so. I close it up. And then place it above our third eye. And see if we can visualize the square, circle. This was a little bit harder to do. So the idea is that we just keep practicing that. We keep building and building one on top of the other. And then if we practice it on a daily basis, we'll get stronger at it. Remember the muscle? Okay, so one other thing that I did was I cut out images from a magazine. And I took and I put the images in an envelope, closed it up. I numbered each one because I had like 10 of them. And then I gave them a piece of paper. And I asked them to spend time with this. You could hold it. You could put it here. See what you picked up. See, a lot of times you may not pick up the full image, but you might pick up the water. You might see blue. You might have seen that pink, surfboard. You might have felt the water. You could have felt the coolness of the water. This is a really great way to really start developing your psychic abilities. In addition to that, we did short journeys, meditative journeys, and we took time to just go on a little bitty journey to see if we could pick up any sounds, scents, smells, tastes, if we could feel the wind around us. So those were sensory journeys to help us build visually. So that's what we did, and it was a lot of fun. And so our next class, everybody is going to bring in a piece of jewelry or an antique. And now the important part is that we have to know something about this piece that we have in order to bring it. So we want to know what the story is around it. So I have a few pieces that I'm going to bring in that I know the story, and then I'm going to let the group, the people in the group, hold them and see if they can pick up the story. Like, whose jewelry, or where did it come from, or how did I come by it? It's going to be great. So we're going to do a little bit of the stuff that we did on the first one because we want to keep building that strength. We're going to do a little bit of journey stuff, and then we're going to add another aspect to it. All of these things you can do at home. So, go out there, do a little bit of it, and then let me know, how it went. And if you don't want to do it by yourself, like I said, you can join us. All right. I hope you have a really great day, and I'll talk to you after our second class, and I'll let you know how it goes.